When I discovered this one secret for success, it completely changed the way I approach everything. If you've been struggling to stay consistent or feel like giving up, this will blow your mind, and I'll show you exactly how it can work for you too. So, I learned this concept lately in a book I was reading. It's called Million Dollar Weekend by Noah Kagan. I'm sorry if that's not how you say his name, but it was just amazing. So, when you're trying something new, something that you're stepping into, and you try it a few times and then you give up because you're like, well, this isn't working. Nobody's seeing my stuff. I'm losing momentum. I'm not seeing the results. I completely get it. It can be so frustrating when you're trying and trying and trying to do something and you're not seeing anything come to fruition. Nothing is happening from it. Well, how about this? Try the thing you're doing for at least 100 times before you give up. Imagine if you wrote 100 blog posts, for example, and the 100th one was the one that completely blew up, got hundreds and thousands of people to your website just for putting in that extra one. Now, if you'd written 99 and given up, imagine what your life would be without that change, without that blow up. That's what happens when you try something at least 100 times. So just see it as this. All you're doing is putting in reps like you would at the gym. You're practicing, okay? Therefore, when you remove yourself from it and kind of just say, well, I'm just practicing. This is just some fun that I'm doing. I'm just being creative. Contact 100 potential clients, post 100 videos, whatever it is that you're doing. And if you make it fun for yourself, there's no way that you'll give up because you're just practicing. So what I've done for myself is I've actually made a tally chart, and for all the areas of my life that I want to stay consistent with and not give up like I have done in the past, I've written out 100 tally marks, and I'm going to cross them off every time that I get them done. And it's such like a little dopamine hit when you start crossing these things off because you just feel so good, like, yes, there's another one, there's another rep, and you just feel like you're winning. I'm going to share some other productivity tips throughout this video that are really going to help you, and I hope they help you as much as they've helped me. So the next one is to take a brain dump in the morning. I know, it sounds a little bit wrong, but I've been doing this lately. It's actually from this book called The Artist's Way that was written in 1992, which I feel a little bit connected to because that is my birth year. Basically, the author, Julia Cameron, swears by writing out morning pages. Or should I say brain dump? Okay. And all it is it's 3 pages of what's going on in here when you first wake up in the morning. If you can do it within 30 minutes, great, brilliant. You're getting all of the shit basically out of your mind onto some pages so that when you go throughout your day, you're not thinking, oh, what about this thing and what about that thing? All of that stuff that we wake up with in the morning that is on our mind because we've got so many triggers and so many distractions by this modern daily life. We've got phones, we've got laptops, we've got notifications. It's constant. That brain dump is going to get rid of all of it for you, and you're going to feel fresh and your brain will be clear. And I know it sounds a bit like, that's not going to work. That's how I felt. And I thought, well, let's just give it a try. And my productivity has gone really high from that moment of that day of starting this. So this one is more of a success tip. If you are feeling like you're failing, that is a good thing. Now you're probably thinking, what the hell are you talking about, Chantal? Well, every time you fail, you're actually winning. because you're getting closer to where you want to be. Every failure is a learning opportunity, a way to do things differently next time. So what if you didn't get the sale? So what if you didn't get the client? What if you learned from not getting that sale or not getting that client that you can do better next time? What can you learn from your failures? I know I can learn that giving up too easily or giving up too quickly will never be a win because it will never get me closer to where I want to be in my life. So think about what you can learn from yours. When you start thinking like that, everything just feels easy. And when you actually start celebrating your failures, knowing that there's got to be a percentage of them that are going to turn into wins, then you are winning. Another little tip is obsessing over it will only make it feel like hard work. Why don't you take a different perspective and actually have a little bit of fun with it? Treat it like a fun, creative game, whatever it is that you're trying to be productive with. If it feels like hard work, you're going to think, resist, don't want to do this, what's the point? What am I getting out of this? But if you, set yourself like a 25-minute timer, and then at the end of the 25 minutes, you get a little 5-minute break, well, that feels like fun. Or if you play some nice music in the background and pair it with a little reward, which is actually a concept from a book I've read lately. I forget the name, but this can really switch up what is going on in your brain and trick yourself into thinking that, okay, this is actually just a bit of fun. And it's really easy to do once you figure out how you can actually spice it up for yourself. For example, walking the dog, you could listen to music. Even though walking the dog for me, I really enjoy it. I just think it's great to get outside. For example, if you're hoovering, listen to music. Listen to your favorite podcast. Whatever it is to be productive, give yourself a little sprinkle of something nice, like the icing on a cake. And the main thing to remember is that the success is actually in the journey. Imagine all of the skills that you're learning every day when you're being productive, and everything that you're going to do along the way is going to create the very best version of you. And knowing that is just going to make you all the more productive because you know that it's all for a bigger goal. If you can see that and treat each and every day like a little upgrade of yourself, like today I upgraded, today I did this, today I did that, it's going to be a little dopamine hit. And the last one I want to throw in for you, which is just so widely known, but to-do lists, making one of those and ticking it off actually gives your brain a dopamine hit. And we all love a little bit of natural dopamine, Forget the alcohol, forget the caffeine, just give it a little tick. And it's so amazing how one little tick can really make you feel so accomplished. I hope you got something out of this video, and I want to thank you so much for being here. If you want to learn more about the hidden truth of success that not many people talk about, check out this video right here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.